The nature of generative art is it's unpredictable and surprising, and you're always discovering new ways to apply different techniques to achieve different results. And, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's go ahead and just reproduce this, and we'll get close to this. It won't be exactly the same, simply because, well, you'll see. But back here, we're going to take the first one, not the second one, the first one. Just click on it to get the large version. And this, top to bottom, left to right, is registered on that point right there, that single point right on the tip of that cube. That's the center of this JPEG. We're just going to click and drag it down, drop it on Photoshop. And if this opens up large, just hit Command minus. You want some room. You want this to occupy about half the screen. It doesn't really matter exactly. We're going to duplicate this layer and rotate it, but I want to urge you, Command J, jumps the layer. But Shift Option Command N gives you a new blank layer. And I know some of you are thinking, well, what's the point? It's because if I do this, Shift Option Command N, E, O, A, hey, I just made that, I'm going to hit Escape to get out of Camera Raw. I made it a smart object, and I'm going to undo that. So those shortcuts are what I want to show you here. So go ahead and play along with me. Shift Option Command N. That makes a new blank layer. And then once you get this down, you're just going to keep holding down Shift Option Command, and after the N, you tap the E. And now you've got this is an exact duplicate on a new layer. And Command J would do the same thing, but when we're working in generative art, quite often we're above an adjustment layer or some kind of smart object. We want to turn things off. It just allows us to escape gotchas where Command J is not what we want to do because we're going to be jumping the wrong thing. We're going to need that blank layer. So just trust me on this, okay? So now Command T, it brings up Free Transform. And there's going to be a ton of shortcuts here. I don't even know where this is. Edit, Free Transform, there it is. Command T, okay? And then start to rotate, grab it around the outside, hold down Shift so it starts snapping, and rotate it so it's upside down. So now the center of our cube is upside down. Hit Return to accept that transform. And then typically what I do is you hold down the Shift key and you hit the plus sign. And Shift plus, 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 plus. And you go, whoa, what's this? What's going on? What's happening is you're changing the blend modes. That's the shortcut to change the blend modes. And I'm going to just save us some time and just say I picked soft light this time. There's nothing magical about soft light. It's just that's what I picked for this process. If you pick the same one as me, we're going to end up somewhere near the same place. So now we have this on its own layer, and I want to see more of this art. So I'm going to hit Command plus and go ahead. I don't know. See, I'm on a 5K monitor. I don't know where you are on yours, but get it so you can see about this much. I'm at 200%. And so this way we're looking, we can see the geometry clearly. These really dark areas, we want to try to lighten those, but we don't want to lighten the light areas too much because we'll lose all our detail. Let's come back and we'll talk about curves, the curves adjustment layer. It's so cool. It's so powerful and a little frightening sometimes for people who aren't accustomed to using it. Not nearly as frightening as the pen tool, but again, powerful, something you want to learn how to use.